Good morning everyone. In the previous class we discussed what is an exception and how to handle the exceptions in Java programming. So in this class I would like to explain advantages of exception handling. So what are the advantages of exception handling in Java? How to handle the exceptions? By using try and catch block we can handle the exceptions. So in Java only we can use try and catch blocks to handle the exceptions. So here what are the advantages of exception handling? By using exception handling concept we can avoid the abnormal termination. By using exception handling mechanism, so we can avoid abnormal termination. We can avoid abnormal termination. So it is one of the advantages of exception handling. So by using exception handling mechanism we can avoid the abnormal termination. So abnormal termination is most undesirable situations in the programming. We can avoid the abnormal termination in our programming. So whenever an exception occurs, the program terminated abnormally in the middle of its execution without executing the last statements. So in that one we have seen in the last class abnormal termination. So by using try and catch blocks we can avoid the abnormal termination. So next one, try and catch blocks could be used as if and else blocks. Try and catch blocks could be used as if and else blocks for better programming, because after in the if followed by else statement, because if followed by if statement, for example if condition, it is a block. Next one if followed by else block. So in this similar way, try followed by catch statement, try followed by catch statements, try followed by catch, try followed by catch. So it is reference. Next one. Okay, so here if followed by else block, and similar way try followed by catch statements. Here try and catch blocks if and else, for example. So if we write if and else block, if followed by else block and try followed by catch block. So next one, another advantage of exception handling is, so we can identify the logical errors. By using exception handling mechanism, we can identify the logical errors and we can provide the complete information about logical errors, where the logical error occurs in our programming. So we can easily identify the logical errors in our programming by using exception handling mechanism. So after that, I am explaining multiple catch statements. So it is possible to have multiple catch statements in our programming. After try, we have to write multiple catch statements in our programming. It is possible in Java. So in Java, it provides multiple catch statements, because one try followed by one try, we have to write number of catch statements. Here, what is the syntax of writing multiple catch statements? Syntax of multiple catch statements. Syntax of multiple catch statements. So here, first of all, try block. First of all, try block. Try statements. Try statements. Actually, try followed by catch block. So here, catch. Try and catch, both are the keywords. You have to remember. So according to the naming rules, keyword first letter should start with lowercase letter. Here, catch block. So here what is the functionality of try keyword? Here it identifies the exception. Whenever exception is identified, it suspends to the catch block. So here the functionality of catch is only receives the identified exception from try block and create an exception object, the corresponding exception class. So here exception class 1, exception class 1 and a reference, and a reference statements. Under reference statements, and the next one catch. It is possible to have to write multiple catch statements in our programming. Exception class 2, reference statements. It is the syntax of writing multiple catch statements, and so on. Next one, catch, exception type n, catch, exception class n. So we have to provide n number of exceptions. We have to write n number of exceptions in our programming. So here multiple catch statements means one try. So it is possible to write. It is possible to define multiple catch statements in our programming. So there is n number of exception classes present in after try block. So here catch, exception class 2, reference, and so on. Exception class n, reference, statements. So statements. It is a syntax of multiple catch statements. Multiple catch statements means it is possible to define a number of catch statements after try block. So here we have to define number of catch blocks after try followed by catch, exception class 1, next exception class 2, statements and so on. We have to represent n number of exceptions in our programming. Program using multiple catch statements. So it is possible one try block. So we have to write one or more catch block statements in our programming. So here program for using multiple catch statements. Let us see the program. Here I am writing a program. Class name. Class name means any valid variable name. So here I am defining class error. So next one, after class declaration, we have to write main method. So here public static void main string aux array. Public static void main string aux array. After main method, so we have to define the variables. So here I am defining. So here I am writing int k equal to 5, 10. Next one, here I am defining one more variable, int b equal to 5. Next one, I am defining two variables, int x and y. So within this one, so here I am defining one array type of variable. So here in the statements also I am initializing the values of an array. So A is variable name. It is which variable name? Array variable name, array name. So here at the time of declaration stage I am initializing the values 5, 2. Already you know that array index starting from 0 onwards. So here A of 0 is this one positioning in A of 1. A of 0 and A of 1. So here after that I am defining one variable b equal to 5 int x, y. So as a programmer, we should observe the statements. So if the statements may lead some exceptions, those statements we have to write inside try block only. Because in Java try and catch blocks we can handle the exceptions. Without try and catch blocks, so there is no other alternative solution for handling exceptions in Java. So here I am writing try block. Try block. So x equal to a of 2 by b minus a of 1. b minus a of 1. So here I am closing try block. So is it possible to write after try block? Is it possible to write multiple catch statements? Yes, it is possible. One try block, it is possible to have write multiple catch statements, one or more catch statements in the try catch hierarchy. So after these statements, here I am writing one catch block. So catch, first one is arithmetic exception. E. So I am providing the body of this catch block. So here I am writing one system.out.println, division by 0. After that I am closing catch method body, catch block body. So next, so I am writing, so here our aim is so to write multiple catch statements in the try catch hierarchy. So we can write multiple catch statements in the try catch hierarchy. So after that I am writing one more catch statements, catch array index, catch catch array index out of bounds exception, array index out of bounds exception, out of bounds exception, E, array index out of bounds exception. So here I am writing one SOP statement. So a system dot out dot println, system dot out dot println, so simply I am writing one statement. Out of bounds exception, out of bounds, so out of bounds exception. After that I am writing one more catch block. So it is possible to have write multiple catch statements, one or more catch statements in the try-catch hierarchy. So after that also here I am writing one more catch statements. So catch file not found exception, catch file not found exception, catch file not found exception, E. So within the catch block I am writing one system dot out dot println statement, system dot out dot println file not found, file not found. So it is possible to write n number of catch blocks, n number of exception classes. We have to specify n number of exception classes. So after that I am writing one more statement, y equal to a of 1 by a of 0. So I will print y value on the console. Here I am writing one SOP statement, system dot out dot println, system dot out dot println y equal to plus by, y equal to plus by. So here I am closing class body and main method body, main method body. So here let us look into this program. So here multiple catch statements. Our program is, so program using multiple catch statements. So here I am defining one variable. It is array type of variable. I am initializing values. So array index starting from 0 onwards, a of 0, a of 1. So here I am defining two more variables, b equal to 5, x, y. So as a programmer we should observe the statements. If they may be chance of raising the exceptions, those statements we have to write inside the try block only. So here I have written one statement. So x equal to a of 2 by b minus a of 1. So here array index starting from 0 onwards, we have two index values only, a of 0 and a of 1. So a of 2 is not present in our present array. So it leaves which exception? Suppose we are trying to accessing one element. So that element is not present in our array. So it leads out of bounds exception. So it is type of which exception class? Array index out of bounds exception. Array index out of bounds exception. So within the try block, so we can write number of statements, but only one statements could be executing. So here after try block, we have to define number of catch blocks, but depending on the exception occurs, the corresponding catch block would be executing. So with after try we have to write number of catch blocks, but whenever an exception occurs in the try block, so first of all highest priority would always given to the first catch block. Highest priority would always given to the first catch block. First of all it would check to the first catch block. The raised exception is not matched with this exception. So then that situation it will move to the next catch block. So here highest priority would always given to the first catch block only. So here try identifies an exception. It is array index out of bounds exception, because a of 2 second index is not present in our array. So it leads on which exception? Array index out of bounds exception. Whenever try identifies an exception, catch handles the exception. But in our program, so we are writing multiple catch statements. In these statements, so one try block can have any number of statements through one to generate. But only at a time only one exception could be generated. After one try, we have number of catch blocks we have to write number of catch blocks. But wherever when an exception occurs, first of all highest priority would always given to the first catch block. First catch block does not match our raised exception, then only it will move to the next catch blocks. So then only it will check it will executes the catch blocks. So here arithmetic exception, I should start with uppercase letter. So here it is not a arithmetic exception. Next it will move to the next catch block, array index out of bounds exception. Our try block identifies exception is array index out of bounds exception. So these particular catch block statements, the corresponding catch block statements would be executing in our program. So here array index out of bounds exception, it is a predefined exception provided by the Java library. In Java, exception is a classes. In Java, all exceptions present in which package? Lang package. So here A, I, O, B, E should start with uppercase letters. Next one, so whenever one exception identified in the try block, whenever it will define multiple catch statements, highest priority would always given to the first catch block. The first catch block will not match, then it will move to the next catch block defined in the try catch block, multiple catch block hierarchy. So next it will move to these exception. So this exception will match our identified exception, then the corresponding catch block would be executing. So here it will print out of bounds exception. So here it prints out of bounds exception. After that, next catch block, file not found exception. FNOE should start with uppercase letter. So file not found exception. After that, I am writing one more statement. A of 1 by A of 0. Here A of 1 equal to 10. A of 0 means 5. So 10 by 5. So 10 by 5 means 2. So here y equal to 2. So if you compile and run this program at the time of compilation, so it will display out of bounds exception and y equal to 2. So here system.out.println y means y equal to 2. It is nothing but multiple catch statements. So it is possible we have to write one or more catch blocks in the try catch hierarchy. So wherever an exception identifies in the try block, in Java try and catch blocks would handle the exception. So then we have to write the multiple catch statements. So depending on the exception occurs, the corresponding catch block would be executing. So whenever an exception occurs, first it will move to the first catch block. Then first catch block identifies the first catch block. So wherever try identifies the exception that matches with the first catch block, okay. Otherwise it will check for remaining exceptions present in try catch hierarchy. So first highest priority means first of all try identifies the exception, but in our program we have to define multiple catch statements. First priority is first catch block only. Then it will matches, okay. It will suppose the corresponding identified exception will not match with first catch block. Then only it will move to the next catch block. Then only it will move to the next catch block. So it is nothing but multiple catch statements.